What's up, man? See, my WJ. Hold up. Wait. You see, I got to ask this now because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm doing the big intro and then I stop at pause because I don't know the name of this episode. What's the name of this episode, Gray?
Buoyancy built. I got you. What up? This is Grayson Jones here on the SwanoDown playlist. This is the Buoyancy built playlist. I'm here with
Imani WJ, right?
Of course, in the flesh. And Buoyancy built. Before we start anything.
Wait, but who are you? Did you say it already?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Before I start anything, and before y'all start hating, Buoyancy built has nothing to do with the music.
Okay.
Everything to do with the way the artist floats on the instrumentation. And you know he's big on alliteration, so that's what I came up with. You're gonna have to like it. But I promise you this lineup is not just random songs, man. Just hear us out on this one, man. We're gonna start from the top. This is I Am Not Shane. First song is called Punch Me in the Face.
Let's go.
I Am Not Shane has no spaces. He is. I guess he's not Shane. But check it out.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why I said this is Buoyancy built is literally because I don't think you can hop on this type of beat instrumentation any other way other than the way he did. I can't unhear what he's saying on this song.
Let's talk about it.
First thing first, Punch Me in the Face. It's a weird title for a song, of course.
Yeah.
But like, what I think what he was getting at, he wants to be woken up by his lover because he's like, I guess he's like love struck and he wants to feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like slap me, I must be dreaming. Like,
yeah. So I take it like that as well. Another way you can take it is, well, hey, you're so quote unquote untouchable to me. You are so beautiful. You are so. I cherish you so much that even if you punch me in the face, it doesn't matter. You're golden.
Facts. Okay, I see that.
It's funny. I see this guy. He runs his own podcast as well, doesn't he?
Yes, he sure does. His podcast is not like he doesn't really do reviews of songs like that. You know, he does have music in the background. Might be his music, but he kind of goes a route where it's like just talks about what he's feeling. Like his most recent episode was watching me while I sleep or something like that. But basically, all it was about was he Googled the topic of people in the walls listening to other people. Something as random as that, and what he comes up with is pretty interesting. Like it's like random stories and things like that, and he sheds his light and his interpretation on it. He's a real jubilant guy. He's like real outgoing, stuff like that.
Yeah, just had a birthday recently as well.
Yeah, he did. Happy belated to him.
Happy belated, brother.
He's kind of interesting with his artistry. He uses cakes and the icing on cakes to like advertise his announcements, his songs, events, and stuff like that.
Kind of like an artist, man, that we've written about here named Kate Straw, man. Every one of his covers in some way or form has like this skeleton, which is like his logo almost. It will either be in the trees, or it will be in the sky, or it will be like in a fire or something. So
I think stuff like that is just so dope, man. It's like you're patenting something that's already common in people. Like everyone likes cake. Like, who don't like cake?
I like visual consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is I Am Not Shane. Punch me in the face.
Me in the face.
Please.
On the part of the Buoyancy built. Again, this is not buoyancy as in optimism or anything like that. This is buoyancy as in floating. Something that is floating on a song. I don't think I can hear this instrumentation without thinking about I Am Shane. I Am Not Shane. I'm sorry. Next song on the lineup.
Yeah, we okay.
Understand this is a veteran now at this point. Like he has been on our podcast once before. If you remember the Story Styles playlist, if you don't, you need to go back and listen to that right away. This is Amaru Cloud.
Story Styles was fun.
Yo, Story Styles had some ones on there.
I dropped some tears on that one, man. That's the one the song by Response.
Yo, yes. Amazing.
Like Harden. Yeah.
Man that smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, but he said cigarettes and loose change. We used to step back like
Yo, he was too dope, man.
Yeah.
Yo, check this out.
This is boy Amaru Cloud.
Composure. Technically a freestyle, but I promise you're gonna change your mind when you listen to it, yo. Just check this out, man. Please stop playing with him.
I feel like I'm in the studio about to hear him spit. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a truth, bro.
Bro, that New York drill, yo, I do not know what's up with me, but I cannot unhear some New York drill, man. This is one of them.
He's from Jersey.
Yeah, he is from Jersey, yo. Like, they're talking this beat right here, like.
Yeah. Bro, this is a dude that just knows how to make music. Like, I remember when me and K, we spoke to K Camp, and K Camp was like, bro, I not be cocky, but like, this is my profession. Like, I know how to make good music.
Yo, that's not cocky at all, man.
That's not cocky. I mean, this is his job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yo, I know how to make, I know how to make good music. And he wasn't saying it, bro, with any kind of cockiness. He was just saying, like, this is like what, like, I know the kind of like the formula, kind of,
For
And
sure.
Amaru Cloud, man, when I listen to his records, Gray,
Yeah.
the brother doesn't really miss for me.
I agree. Like, I actually agree 100%, man. It's
But he
like,
also doesn't sound repetitive.
Yeah, I mean, the message, the theme will be the same throughout a lot of his music, but the wordplay and the delivery and the inflections he uses in his voice always mask the instrumentation so well for me. This is literally floating on the beat. Like, the beat and the bass and the 808 come a certain way, and they're not too repetitive, but they're still within the same energy and feel as it originally comes in. And he just acts accordingly, man. I feel like the song is written before he even says a word, and he's just carving it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way to. Wow. Yeah.
For real, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Cloud, Joe. He had the last joint on Story Styles with G Herbo, yo. If you please check that out. Like,
that joint has some.
I cannot stress this enough.
That joint has
that
some
out.
like some deep emotion.
Yo, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, meant for by Amaru Cloud and G Herbo on the last Story Styles. But this is Buoyancy Built. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and this record was Amaru Cloud, composure, freestyle.
Of course.
The boy from Jersey.
That New York drill, man, is gonna hit. Next in the lineup, though.
No, this is no particular order. It's just literally next.
I tall. No particular order. This is Pull Up by, Frank Miharabi and Ark Matari. Pull Up. I'm gonna have to ask him about that, but I think I did a good job.
Born in Sierra Leone, but they're in Connecticut now. Okay.
He had a wasn't as unique a come up, but it was definitely inspirational. His uncle was a local producer in his neighborhood, and that's what really sparked his interest in making music. And as a kid, watching somebody that you look up to, such as an uncle, I feel like it's kind of easy to have an advantage compared to other artists, like, because you already starting to manifest what you really want at an early age.
And you feel more comfortable. I don't know. I can't put a pinpoint on how comfortable people are, but I can kind of assume that when your uncle's the guy producing for you, you have a little more leeway with, hey, let's do a song this day. Hey, I need this produced then. Hey, let's stay in the studio for 6 hours tonight, you know?
Sure, yeah. Man.
So your relationship, we were talking to Landon Cube the other night, bro. Hasn't dropped yet, but
yeah,
we can talk about it. He was like, yo, I'm so close with the people that I make music with that, the process is like therapy.
Yeah.
And
right. That's actually a great point.
Right. If it's therapy for him, then imagine how easy, if he and his uncle have a good relationship, which I imagine they have a great one, how easy it was to, make music, man. So I think comfortability is a big portion of successful creativity.
For sure. Growing up with African roots combined with the Western sound that he has, kind of makes it easy for him to just fill out songs and like I said earlier, carve out what you hear in this instrumentation. Like, just listen to this pull up, man.
Yeah, it's a really, really dope bounce.
Sure. This is that classic Afro pop type feel with the drums.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's confident. He's a confident brother.
Dope artist, man. That was Frank Miharabi, Ark Matadi. That was Pull Up. Seriously though.
Yeah, and we
really know how to carve out a song.
Yeah, and we apologize if we're not pronouncing that correctly. If send us a DM.
Please.
If we're not, and send us a DM if we're not, and we'll work something out.
We're apologizing in advance.
Hey, man, but dope record, guys.
Yeah. Buoyancy Built. Johan Dono. Next song on the list, Islands. This was really what started my whole idea with Buoyancy Built.
Okay.
Really carving this out. Let's give it a minute first before we even say anything about it. Again, This is Islands by Johan and Dono.
Oh, I feel the island. You feel the island in this.
You know what I mean? I understand about Johan now.
'Cause I'm going to the islands, to the place where I belong. 'Cause I'm needing to be breathing with the ocean.
Grayson gave me some look across the table, man. I almost started laughing. I don't know why we started laughing. This had nothing to do with the song. So if you hear us chuckle just now, it was, I don't know, it's just some face Grayson made.
Yo, I was just thinking just now, it was like, the genres jumps that I'm making on this playlist
Are crazy.
But hear me out, man. Now hear me out. I'm doing background research on Johan, right? Raised in South Florida, Delray Beach. And he said, in all seriousness, hold on.
I'm trying to hold the laugh. I'm sorry, go ahead.
All jokes aside, Johan had a phenomenally inspirational story, and it kind of inspired me to make this playlist. Staying afloat, another word for buoyancy, another term explained for buoyancy, according to the dictionary, could be looking at things with optimism, being optimistic. And staying afloat and being optimistic kind of come hand in hand when you're talking about music in a certain way. He claims music and meditation saved his life at the age of 19.
Oh wow, that's heavy.
Right, and he basically just went 100% towards that direction. And he sold all his belongings, moved to Australia at 22. And ever since then, he's been spreading words of wisdom and encouragement and this wholesome vibes to everyone across the country. He's performed, you name it, everywhere in the U.S., Florida, Tennessee, Texas. He's been in Australia, Brisbane, Australia, Tasmania in Australia, like the devil. And it's just, I'll share a quick quote that I saw on his page one day. It says, "The only way to change the world is by changing one person's world daily."
Wow. Whoa.
And that's really like encapsulates his music. And staying afloat isn't so much about him carving out the vibe of this song, but it's really just about carving out the vibes in soul and this world pop genre that he's really touching right now.
You know, that quote holds, there's a lot in that quote, because I think when we say, hey, somebody says, I want to change the world, we look at them like they're crazy, right? Or we look at them like, I think that phrase sometimes takes away the fact that you're dealing with people. Like, people are the ones you have to change.
Yes.
And, you know, sometimes things seem a bit out of reach if you don't break them down a little bit.
Yes.
And he's saying, hey, I want to change 7 people's world a week. Which, if you shoot for that, maybe you'll change 2 a week.
Exactly.
And maybe, I don't, you know, and maybe maybe he actually does it on a daily basis.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of a spinoff of the famous Gandhi quote, like "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Him just making an impact in someone's life, or him having to yearn to make an impact in someone's life, makes his music that much more wholesome.
Yeah.
Great guy, man. Really the inspiration behind Buoyancy built. But we're not done yet. This next one on the list.
And that song's called Islands, by the way.
Yes, sir. Islands. Johan Donna.
Is it Johan or Johan? Yeah, we messed it up. Send us a DM. Please.
But the next one.
I'm sorry. Let me, before I continue, did that song kind of take a turn?
What do you mean?
Like the way it started. Like, did you expect it to roll the way it did? Like, did you expect it to go where it went?
Kind of not. I mean, that's a good point. The instruments gave me more of a tropical vibe, and then it kind of ended more like a folk tune, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Because that intro kind of gave me like some Trinidadian type of feel, like a steel drum. Was that a steel drum in the beginning?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or hand pan of some sort.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'll go back to that track a little later.
You will, Again, it's Islands by Johan Dano.
Yes, sir.
Next one, definitely not least, in no particular order at all. This is Big Chop by Ep8 and Jay Present. Again, if we mess
Big
with your
Chop.
name, please DM us.
I fell in love with a little chop. Hey!
Check this out, man. This is that one though. This is on a brighter note. You feel me? Like,
Come on, Gray. Let that rock. Oh, start over, Gray.
yeah, I'm about to say,
Come on, baby, you look good.
that's that one. Hold on. I'm fault.
Come here, baby, you look good.
You heard him.
Wagwana.
What?
Why you dancing like that, Gray?
Yeah, my mom from Barbados, man. I'm sorry, man. Bridgetown. My father from St. Lucie.
Yes, sir. We lost in the sauce, my bad.
Let it rock.
Let it rock.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, he's carving this song out, man. Like, carving this song out. A little about the song, man. The song celebrates women of all backgrounds who confidently look good and feel confident in all ways. Big Chop is an expression which refers to stylizing one's hair in a way that the individual loves and embraces the song and voices their support of all sorts of individual expression. That was just a little about that he wrote about the song, and it's well fitting, man. Like, there's nothing more attractive to me personally, my personal opinion. Nothing more attractive than a confident woman, because in the same sense, there's nothing more attractive than a confident man. Like,
Yeah.
women love confident men.
Why would I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?
Exactly.
At least a little bit. My God.
Exactly.
So when you got the confidence, it's like that's overwhelming belief. You know.
Big Chop though, like when I hear Big Chop, dude, I think of like a car shop that sells like illegal parts or something like that. I never would have thought Big Chop was gonna be something like.
He's just a hairstyle, right?
Like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Big Chop. Yeah.
Let him ride out, man.
Sorry, we dancing. We over here really in our chairs, man.
Dude, I hope y'all are too, man.
Yo, we over here really grooving.
Didn't hear Jay Prism come in yet, yo, but I think he's doing like the vocals on the background.
Okay, yeah.
But real dope, man. This instrumentation, it's kind of commercial when it comes to this genre, but he fits it well. And along with the theme and the fresh colloquialisms and terms such as Big Chop,
Oh yeah,
really makes a great song, man.
You gotta love, man, when people really unapologetically pull their culture right into something.
Yeah.
You know, they're really giving you a taste of it, really giving you a piece. And then, you know, for that 2 to 5 minutes in which you're in that song, you feel like, hey, you might feel like you've been a part of that culture.
You see what I'm saying? It's like it helps you become more multiculturally aware, man. It's
Now enjoy the song. Don't be leaving the song talking about talk about you,
like
you know, from this and that.
Right.
Stay
in your lane, but respect the lane. You feel me? Yo, buoyancy built. This was not any random playlist we threw together. All these songs have a correlation to them. They are all about floating, man.
Yes.
So today we went over 5 tracks, man. First track, we got Punched in the Face by I Am Not Shamed. I Am Not Shamed, Punch Me in the Face. Classic. We went to Composure with Amaru Cloud. Please go check out the Story Styles playlist where you can see more music from Amaru Cloud. And G-Hero! Third song, we went to Pull Up by Frank, Miharabi and Ark Matadi. Again, that was Pull Up by Frank Miharabi and Ark Matadi. We took another trip down to Islands, Truly Inspirational by Johan Dano.
Great guy. Genuinely great guy.
Be the change you wish to see in the world and try to change one person a day, man. That easy. And we finished up just now. You just heard Big Chop by Ekazona and J Prism. Again, this is Punch Me in the Face by I Am Not Shamed, man. This was the SwanoDown playlist of Buoyancy Belt. Right out.
Thank you.
Please punch me in the face when you get a chance.